Hello, my name is Jeff Harrison. I'm a Jesuit priest at St. John's College in Belize City. And this is from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to the disciples, "Be sure of this. If the master of the house had known the hour when the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. You also must be prepared, for in an hour you do not expect the Son of Man will come." Then Peter said, "Lord, is this parable meant for us or for everyone?" The Lord replied, "Who then is the faithful and prudent servant who the master will put in charge of the servants to distribute the food allowance at the proper time? Blessed is that servant whom the master on arrival finds doing so. Truly I say to you, he will put him in charge of all of his property. But if that servant says to himself, 'My master is delayed in coming,' and begins to beat the men servants and the maidservants, to eat and drink and get drunk, then that servant's master will come on a day unexpected and an hour unknown, and will punish the servant severely and assign him a place with the unfaithful. That servant who knew his master's will but did not make preparations nor act in accord with his will shall be beaten severely. And the servant who was ignorant of his master's will but acted in a way deserving of a severe beating shall be beaten only lightly. Much will be required of the person entrusted with much, and still more will be demanded of the person entrusted with more." The Gospel of the Lord. So this reading today could be a source of much anxiety, that we're always kind of looking over our shoulder. Is the Lord coming? Is the Lord coming? Is the Lord coming? And be worried that we're going to be caught unawares. But that's not what Jesus is after here. Rather, think of it as ordering my life in a way that I am always working towards the good. The spiritual life can seem like a very strange and otherworldly thing, and it's not. It's just like every other part of our life. If I want to become a good football player, then I have to practice. I have to do my running. I've got to get out in the field. I've got to kick the ball. I've got to practice all of those things to get better. And of course, I won't get better after just one practice. I have to go at it day after day. If I don't do it for a long time, I don't come back at the same place that I was. I have to build it up again. If I want to learn to play guitar, again, I have to pick up a guitar. I have to actually use it. I've got to develop those calluses on my fingers. I've got to try to get the chords right, and I have to play it over and over and over again. Once a month, once a week won't do it. I have to try every day. And so it is with trying to improve in the spiritual life. So what Jesus is calling me to is not an anxiety, always looking over my shoulder because God's going to catch me in some moment. But no, more like a coach or a teacher who says, okay, we can do this a little better today than we did yesterday, and tomorrow a little better again. And slowly we develop those habits that we know we need in sports or in music, but we also need those habits in the spiritual life. A habit of prayer, of asking God for help, a habit of taking the gifts that God has given me and asking for those things that I need. Jesus says those who have been given much, much will be expected. Now, a great athlete who lies on the couch and eats potato chips is wasting his or her opportunity, wasting his or her talent. And we are called to take the gifts God has given us of patience, of kindness, of love, and develop those day by day, just like we develop any other thing in our life. And so those habits that we have to inculcate are very important. Taking a few minutes in the day to say, how am I doing? Or better yet, how are we doing, me and God? What are we doing together? What do we need to work on step by step? We don't become saints all at once. It's a process, just like any other thing in our lives. And we should remember, God's not waiting for us at the end to get better. God is with us at every moment, just like that coach, just like that teacher.